This is another of my store cupboard meals. Now I have literally come in from a walk and it's quite late. It's about 2:30 and I haven't had lunch yet and I'm craving soup. And I'm going to make a homemade tomato soup. And the great thing is I always have these ingredients to hand. And when I show you how easy it is to make a homemade tomato soup that is much better than shop bought and even beat those leading brands that people have eaten throughout their childhood, you know the one I'm talking about. So let me show you what you're going to need. And I think you'll agree with me, you can probably also put this together very easily. So first of all, tinned tomatoes, tomato puree, onions and garlic are the basic, and I'm also using some smoked paprika and some chili flakes. I literally add the whole lot in from the beginning. So that's the onions, the garlic, olive oil at this stage, and then I'm going to finely chop that. And this food processor actually chops and cooks, which is why I'm using it. But you don't need to do that. You can chop it by hand and use a saucepan. I'll show you what I mean. So that's now chopped. So that's the onions, garlic and olive oil all chopped together. And if you're doing it by hand, you literally just chop the onions and the garlic, put it in a saucepan with the olive oil, and then you saute for around 10 minutes until they're soft and golden, but not burnt. That's been sauteing for around 10 minutes. If you're doing it in a saucepan on the stove, just simply keep it on a low to medium heat until it's soft and golden, but not burnt. Now it's a question of adding the rest of the ingredients. So, tinned tomatoes. I always choose whole tomatoes because I feel that you don't get all the bits and pieces that are left behind in the chopped ones. You can actually see the whole tomato. That's my personal preference. And with a soup like this, it does matter to use a good quality tinned tomato because it is a tomato soup. You want that really lovely, rich flavour. So for more richness, I'm also adding some tomato puree. So just a couple of tablespoons. So I'm eyeballing this and it doesn't really matter how much. Salt, and then smoked paprika. So this is going to be a smoky tomato soup. So I would say a good generous teaspoon. And then I like it to have a little bit of chili kick, so about a teaspoon of chili flakes. If you're doing this on the stove, you literally add all of that to the saucepan, break up the tomatoes and let it cook for around 10 minutes. So that's now cooked. If this was in a saucepan, it would literally look exactly like this. So everything has just been cooked from raw straight into the saucepan. Now it's time to blend. I'm going to blend in this machine because this machine does this as well. So otherwise use whichever method you would normally use to blend a soup. So it's a food processor, take out a batch, process, put it into a clean bowl, and then keep doing that until all the soup is blended beautifully. And that's ready. How beautifully smooth and vibrant that is. So that's just simple ingredients that you have in your cupboard already. I do love some bread and butter with a homemade soup. And I also love the end bit. Anybody else with me on that? It's delicious. It's spicy, it's full of flavour with smoked paprika, and it's just good ingredients, no other additives, and it's made with ingredients that you recognise. I'll pop the recipe in the caption and let me know if you get to make this. I hope you do. And then this is how I store the leftovers. In a glass jar, it's got its own lid, no cling film required, and you can see what's in it. Yum.